So the deeper you can inhale, the more you can retain, and the exhalation also will be longer. Okay. And focus only on the breath. No other thought should be entertained. So this will ensure that the mind doesn't waver anywhere. Very important for doing dhyanam. And make sure your entire physical body and mind are getting totally relaxed. You do pranayama properly, automatically mind will become relaxed. So do at least 4 times. So when your mind and physical body is fully relaxed and becoming very efficient, use Upanishad mantras as the support structure, alambana, to do dhyanam on the supreme principle. So let's today take the Kenopanishad mantra, which says that the consciousness principle is responsible for all the cognitions that happen in our mind. The inputs can be from any of the sense organs or even from within the mind, but unless the consciousness principle is present, we cannot cognize anything. Pratibodha viditam matam amrutatvam hi vindate atmana vindate viryam vidyaya vindate amrutam. Pratibodha viditam matam. Bodham bodham pratibodham. The continuous series of cognitions that happen is what makes us believe or think that there is something constant that is happening. It is like your picture film. You all should know there is a role in which the pictures are captured individually, and when it is driven at a particular speed, the previous memory ensures continuity. Similarly, continuous impression in the mind of anything makes you feel that there is a what? Something is in constant motion. That is bodham, bodham, bodham. So the constant series of cognition that's happening, pratibodha viditam matam. So that cognition is happening only because of the pure consciousness which is present continuously. It is not coming in instants. So please understand. There's the biggest difference between Vijnanavadam or Kshanikavadam of Buddhism and Advaita Vedanta. The consciousness is continuous. The impressions in the mind happen depending on the capability of the mind. So that bodham cognition happens. That principle, which is continuous, ever present, everywhere, is the supreme no principle, the consciousness principle, the Brahma Tattvam. One who understands that that is the real, and that is the only reality, and that is my true nature, and everything else is only seemingly real, which appears and goes in presence of the supreme consciousness. Pratibodha viditam matam. So that person attains Brahma Jnanam. Amritatvam hi vindate. Verily attains immortality. How? Because there is no longer any connection with the seeming reality. Already the person is connected eternally to the supreme reality. So, Amritatvam hi vindate. Atmana vindate viryam. So, this person is bestowed with supreme strength. Because nothing in the world, nothing that's happening can affect a Brahmajnani. So, Atmana vindate viryam, Vidyaya vindate amritam. This realization, Vijnanam, Brahmajnanam, Atmajnanam will result in what? Amritam means immortality. So, what happens to us after death? Whether we become immortal or we continue our journey, let us understand through the 8th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. Shri Bhagavanuvacha Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Hari Om Vakratunta Mahakaya Surya Koti Samaprabha Nirvighna Kuru Me Deva Sarvakaryeshu Sarvada Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha Guru Sakshat Parambrahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Nidhaye Sarva Vidyanam Shaje Bhavaroginam Gurave Sarva Lokanam Dakshinamurte Namaha Sadashiva Samarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam अस्मदाचार्य पर्यंता वंदे गुरु परंपरां स्मृति पुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पाद शंकरं लोकशंकरं शंकरं शंकराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवत्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्ते नमः पारकरुणा सिन्धुं ज्ञानदं शान्तरूपिणं Chandrasekhara Gurum Pranamami Mudanmaham Om. All of you chant Yam Brahma loudly. Yam Brahma Varunendra Rudra Marutaha Stunmanti Nimyaistamaihi Medai Sangha Padakramo Panishadair Gayanti Yam Samaga Dhyana Bastita Tadgatena Manasa Pashyanti Yam Yoginaha Yasyantam Navidusura Suraganaha Devaya Tasmai Namaha Devaya Tasmai Namaha Om Shri Krishnaya Paramatmane Namaha. Now the 6 shlokas. Om Shri Ganesha Namaha Shri Saraswati Namaha Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Hari Om Shri Bhagavanu Vacha Teshamevanukampartham Ahamajnanajam Tamaha Nashayamyatmabhavasthaha Dhyanadipena Bhaswata Jyotishamapi Jyotihi Tamasah Paramuchyate Jnanam Gneyam Jnanagamyam Hridhi Sarvasya Vishtitam Nahi Jnanena Sadrisham Pavitramiha Vidyate Tatsvayam Yoga Samsiddhaha Kalenatmani Vindati Jnanena tu Tadajnanam Esham Nashitamatmanaha Esham Adityavajnanam Akashayadi Tatparam Yathaidhamsi Samidbhogdihi Bhasmasat Kurute Arjuna Jnanagni Sarvakarmani Bhasmasat Kurute Tatha Yasya Sarve Samarambhaha Kamasankalpa Varjitaha Jnanagni Dagdha Karmanam Tamahu Panditam Buddhaha Om Shanti Shanti Shantihi Atha Srimad Bhagavad Gita Ashtamodhyayah Akshara Brahma Yogaha Om Narayana Parom Vyaktate Andamam Vyakta Sambhavam Andasyantasmi Me Lokaha Saptadvipa Cha Medini Om. So let's stand 7 and 8 together, which we have learned in the last couple of classes. Shri Bhagavanuvacha Tasmat Sarveshu Kaleshu Bhamanusmara Yudhyacha Mayarpitamano Buddhihi Bhame Vaishyasya Samshayaha Abhyasa Yoga Yuktena Chetasa Nanya Paramam Purusham Divyam Yati Parthanuchintayan Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hardam Swagatam Harti. Welcome to the next session on the 8th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. What is the 8th chapter called as? Akshara Brahma Yoga. Ashtami 8. And number 8 is also Krishna's Janmatiti, Janmashtami, right? And in that chapter, Bhagavan wants to explain how to reach Bhagavan, how to reach him. So, wonderful chapter. So, you should now remember the 6 steps that Bhagavan has mentioned as the process for remembering Bhagavan at the time of death. So, if you remember Bhagavan at the time of death, you will reach Bhagavan, means you will reach Brahmaloka. All of you know, open the e-book. I told you, today we'll revise the steps using the e-book. So, all your knowledge, let's see whether you have understood it properly. So, turn to page number 6. All of you turn to page number 6. Concept 3. It's all pictorially done very nicely. Steps to remember Bhagavan at the time of death. So, look at the picture now. Let's go through the picture, and then along with that, we can understand the sloka, which we have already. I'm hoping that all of you have made the structure in sentences, 6 steps. So, first, number 1, do your ordained duties. So, look at the picture below. Actually, the picture should be red. The first picture should be the one at the bottom. The second should be the picture at the top. So, look at the second picture. Steps to remember God at the time of death. Okay, are you all with me? Can 5 people say you got the right picture? Don't look at the other picture right now, because for that you need a lot of knowledge. Clear? The second picture, the bottom picture, is what you have to focus on. First, as we have been telling, here the number is slightly reorganized. First is do your ordained duties, Swadharma Anushtanam, which you have discussed. That was number 2 earlier, but no, you can make it number 1 because that comes always first. So, do your ordained duties. Yudhyacha, what Bhagavan has told Arjuna. Yudhya means you are not supposed to fight. You are supposed to do your ordained duties. Swadharma Anushtanam. Number 2, Sarveshu Kaleshu Mam Anusmara. So, this is Ishvara Smaranam, and Bhakti, when it is practiced every day, it will come to you at the time of death. So, constant remembrance of Bhagavan in all aspects of life. So, it will come to you at the time of death. Then, number 3, Mayarpita Mano Buddhihi. All this there is sloka number 7, right? Can I refer sloka 7? Huh? So, the mind and intellect devoted to Bhagavan. That means what? Initially for solving problems, later to know Bhagavan. So, total dedication to Bhagavan. Then, step number 4, Abhyasa Yoga Yuktena. Daily practice of Dhyana Yoga. Dhyana Yoga Sadhana. As I told you, today we are going to learn the method of doing Dhyanam as explained by Bhagavan in the 8th chapter. What is the way you have to remember Bhagavan? That has to be first understood. As I told you, the shloka is already written in Bhagavad Gita, so you don't need to read it again. Now do Padavibhaga, Anvaya, understand, and that meaning should be in the mind during Dhyanam, that is Upasana. Then constantly, step 5, control the mind, mano nigraham. So make sure that your mind doesn't waver anywhere. Chetasa nanya is equal to mano nigraham. And number 6 is make sure that after learning the process, do Saguna Brahma Dhyanam, which is what we said, that Paramam Purusham Divyam, that form, the nature, what is it, understand that, and that you have to learn and do Dhyanam. So understood the 6 steps, what is the method to remember Bhagavan. Now with this background, let us enter the key shlokas, which are what? The subject matter related to the supreme principle that you need to remember at the time of death. As I told you, so many people ask the question, sir, how should we do dhyanam? Should we do dhyanam on the God physical form? For example, to do dhyanam on Devi, on Mahavishnu, on what? Subramanya Swami or Ganapati, right? A lot of you had different questions, right? See, as I told you, if you are following the path laid out in Smriti, that is Itihasa Purana, there is one step for doing dhyanam when you are chanting. Yes or no? For example, in Vishnu Sahasranamam, there is a portion where to stop and do dhyanam. Clear? Similarly, while chanting Lalita Sahasranamam, there is one dhyanam. Yes or no? Anybody remembering? Nah. I told you, I'll take the slokas and do Padavivaka Anvaya, right? So, if you're chanting, that's why I say all this chanting should not be done walking. When people say that, we will walk and chant Sahasranamam. Some people say, no, we'll be doing other activities and do chant Sahasranamam. No. Why? Because it's clearly told Dhyanam should be done. Dhyanam cannot be done in walking. You cannot do walking Dhyanam. Are you getting what I'm saying? So please understand, at least sitting down, doing dhyanam, and the next few slokas you chant. Then if you got lot of work, then maybe you can chant the rest of the slokas as part of some other activity which is connected to divine activity, like keeping flower or whatever. Clear, huh? Are you getting the point? So, get used to one typical standard dhyanam that will become your part and parcel of your thought process. That means what? At any point in time when you close your eyes, that particular dhyanam is based on what? Dhyanam is based on a shloka or a mantra which has got a meaning. That meaning should be understood. And then there is a form or a concept that is built out of that particular shloka or mantra that should appear in the mind. Is it clear now? So, as you increase the complexity of dhyanam, the dhyanam will move from the normal gods that we know, like Ganapati or Subramanya or Devi or Mahavishnu, to something little bit more abstract but concept oriented, which is based on Vedic mantras and Upanishad mantras. Anybody understanding what I'm saying? The concept is the same, but the subject matter of dhyanam becomes more and more complex. I'm going to pause for a minute. Are you understanding? Slowly move from Saguna to Nirguna. Yes, correct. And Nirguna will not happen totally. Nirguna is happening only by Nididhyasanam, but it will slowly move you away from too much focus on physical form, 4 hands, or 6 shoulders, 12 hands, 18 eyes, and all those things and different forms to particular form, or abharanam, vahanam, asanam, and all those things. Something more concept oriented, just knowledge oriented, and then that will make you what? More easier to grasp, and when you start practicing that, easy to remember at the time of death. Are you getting the point? The central theme continues to be what? You have to write down the mantra or shloka, understand the meaning of individual words, and the concept that is explained there you should be able to bring it to your mind automatically. Understood? Anybody? No? So now, in Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavan is taking the essence of Upanishads. What is Bhagavad Gita? Bhagavad Gita is not essence of Markandeya Purana. Bhagavad Gita is not essence of some other Purana or Itihasa. Are you getting the point? Anyway, I'm seeing a lot of blank faces. Iti Srimad Bhagavad Gita Su Upanishatsu Brahma Vidyayam. Forgotten, eh? Even though it is appearing in a what? Itihasa like Mahabharata, the essence that is contained there is not essence of Mahabharata. It is essence of what? Upanishad mantras. And in Upanishads, please understand, while there are specific mantras dedicated to different gods. For example, for Ganapati, there are a lot of mantras. For Surya, for Indra, for Varuna, for Vishnu, like that, there are many mantras. For Rudra, right? Majority of the mantras are dedicated to what? In Dhyanam are dedicated to Omkara, which is what? Which is no form. There's only what? A concept. Clear? Huh? Similarly, here Bhagavan has taken the essence of those very powerful mantras available in the Upanishads and created a set of shlokas to lead you from what? Too much focus on physical form to the concept. It is still Saguna Brahma Dhyanam. It is not Nirguna Brahma Dhyanam. Please understand. This Sagunam means what? There are qualities involved. But the qualities are no longer asanam, abharanam, the no type of form. Again, you are understanding. I'm giving you the background so that you understand this. It is a different concept. So when you study the sloka, you'll understand. Clear? Huh? Are you understanding now? Any doubt? Any major doubt? So far it's clear, right? So now we are going to take those slokas. So, and do the Padavibhaga Anvaya, understand the meaning, and then I will tell you how to do Dhyanam and each of these concepts. And when you do that consistently, what will happen? Your support structure of the shloka running in the mind, you understood the meaning through what? Padavibhaga Anvaya. So the concept becomes formed in the mind, and so you can focus on that particular concept. Clear? Huh? Now, let us now chant shloka number 9 first and then 10. And both these shlokas are in a different meter. So far it was Anushtup meter. Now the meter changes to what again? Trishtup meter. So that still shows that it's a very important. See, whenever the meter is chandas, changes, those shlokas are very important and also very rhyming, very nice to hear. We know the meaning, it's much more wonderful and powerful. So pay attention. It is very easy when you follow this process the way we are doing the teaching, because this is not something other people do. So either you are ignorant, read the sloka, understand some basic makika maki meaning and run away. Another way, sit down, aram se study, do Padavibhaga Anvaya, understand, then keep on chanting, you will get the right meaning. There. Let's stand shloka number 9. Shri Bhagavanuvacha Kabim Puranam Anushasitaram Anoraniyan Samanusmaredyaha Sarvasya Dhataramachintya Rupam Aditya Varnam Tamasah Parastat.
श्रीभगवानुवाच कविं पुराणामनुशासितारम् अणोरणीयां समनुस्मरेद्यः सर्वस्य धातारमचिन्त्य रूपम् आदित्यवर्णं तमसः परस्तात्.
Very good. All of us will slowly learn to chant this. Now also today night there is Chandragrahanam. So very nice time to learn these slokas, commit to memory, and then do dhyanam. Okay. Shri Bhagavanuvacha Kavim Puranam Manushasitaram Anoraniyan Samanusmaredyaha Sarvasya Dhataramachintya Rupam Aditya Varnam Tamasah Parastat Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. So this shloka pretty much defines the fundamental structure of what you should do dhyanam on. What is that? Which is beyond the normal form, normal name. What? When you think about no Mahavishnu, what do you say? Shanka Chakra Gada Pane Dwaraka Nilayachyuta Govinda Pundarikaksha Rakshamam Charanagatam, right? So you chant. So Chaturbhujam. So all those things are there when you attach a form. Now there is no longer a physical form, there is a concept. Let us see what is that. Ishvara Swarupam. Write down headline for this particular shloka is what is the Ishvara Swarupam or the nature or the concept of the supreme that you have to understand. I keep on saying jnanam. First understanding, then dhyanam. This dhyanam cannot be done without understanding the meaning of the shloka. Is it so far clear? That's why emphasis on understand the meaning. So, Bhagavan is saying that these are the following ideas or concepts you have to frame in the mind to remember that supreme principle, which is no longer what? Something with name and form, not limited to, see, once you put a name and form, so why is that meditation or that kind of dhyanam a lower meditation on individual God like a Ganapati or a Sri Ramachandra or Mahavishnu or Devi? You are limiting the supreme to one physical form and one name. Are you getting the point? This, now when you see, the mind will expand. These kind of shlokas connected to the mantras in Upanishads will expand your mind, thereby taking you to higher world, higher goal, higher destination. Okay, now this shloka, these are the following things you need to know. First, of course, is that one who remembers Bhagavan at the time of death attains that Brahmalokam. Clear? That is very clear. Point one. That is there. And what form should you understand or remember Bhagavan? First thing is that Bhagavan is omniscient. So now you see, no longer Bhagavan is limited to particular name or form with no 2 hands, 2 legs, or 2 legs and 4 hands. Now sometimes only 2 legs and 6 hands. Correct? Something, no, see, but nobody question why only 2 legs with multiple hands, right? But we continue. So to remove all the confusion, now we are moving beyond all that and going to the principle of omniscience. That means what? What is omniscience? Omniscience means all knowing. Omniscience is omnipresence. Omniscience means sarvajnaha. I told you, no, what is that Brahman? In Tattu Samanvaya, the fourth sutra, Brahma Sutra, again. Tat tu Samanvaya, Tat Brahma, Sarvajnaha, Sarvashaktihi. Sarvajnaha, Sarvajnaha. Sarvagataha kadayade. Sarvagataha is omnipresent, correct? Ramanam Subbu. Sarvajnaha is omniscient. Yeah? Sarvajnaha, that means he knows everything, all knowing. Knows the past, present, and future of not only you, of everything. So when you remember Bhagavan as somebody who knows everything, is it a concept you can have in the mind or not? Somebody is all knowing. Because you know how much you know. My knowledge is very limited. I know this much, I don't know beyond that. Or at least you can comprehend something or some supreme entity which is all knowing. which knows everything. Clear? So that is omniscient. First thing is you should remember Supreme as what? Omniscient. Why omniscient? All this is coming in the Upanishad mantras. There are Upanishad mantras dedicated to Dhyanam, in which during the last period, last phase of life, this sadhaka who has done lot of karma and upasana is doing the dhyanam and Surya Mandalam and saying that you are all knowing. You know all the karmas or all the punya karma I have done. So now I am not able to do any punya karma. Because you're omniscient, you remember all the good things I have done and lead me to that supreme Brahmalokam. Are you getting the point now? So it is the way to make sure that we also are getting self-confidence that Bhagavan will know all the good things I have done. Omniscient. What is the point in saying is omniscient? He knows what is there in Mars, what is there in Jupiter. No? You can see Jupiter every day. If you are very sincere, every day you can see Jupiter in the east direction from 8 o'clock till 11:30. Like that, he knows everything. What is the use? He should know all the punya karmas I have done so that I can get the right phalam. Right? So he's omniscient. So when the last moment is coming, you are all knowing. So you know all the right things, good things I have done. You know my dharma, all my punyam. So lead me correctly. Clear? That is the thought behind concept of omniscience. Then the next is Bhagavan is eternal. There is no age attached to Bhagavan. Who has got age? Ramana, tell me. One who is born has got an age. Because date of birth. How does your age start? Anybody? You forget all the basics, right? Your age starts because you are born. Your age number 1, 2, 3, 4. And many people know they will not declare their age. When birthday comes, how old are you? It's a secret. As the moment you say the age, something is going to happen to you, right? So you are what you are. Okay, whatever it is. So Bhagavan is unborn, so there is no age for Bhagavan. Krishna has an age. Rama has got age. But the supreme principle has got no age. Are you clear now? Now you're understanding? Ageless principle because that is present always. So you are present in all the three states. So Trikala Jnani. So first is Jnani, Trikala Jnani, present always, ageless. Cannot attach age to Bhagavan. Then third. No, third is not what somebody who fought with Ravana, somebody who killed Kamsa. It's not like that. You are the ruler of all beings. So you are what? Ishvaraha. Ishana sarva vidyanam, Ishvara sarva bhutanam, Brahmadipatir Brahmanodipatir Brahma Shivo me astu sada Shivom. Even though the prayer is for Shiva, what is the quality? Naveen me? Ishana sarva vidyanam, the Lord of all the knowledge. Ishvara sarva bhutanam, Lord of all beings. So you are the ruler of all. Not only what? Living beings, also non-living beings. No? Things which got life, things which don't have life, Thavara Jangama, all the forms, you are the ruler. Ruler means what? The one who gives the right results for all your actions. Karma Dhyakshaha. Clear so far? Three concepts. Ken, are you writing or not? First is, you are omniscient. You are the ageless principle. Means what? Eternal. You're ruler of all. Ishvaraha. Then, so, are you something? Ishvara means so huge and big. No? Like a gigantic being. You are subtler than the subtlest. Since you are present everywhere, you are sukshma, the sukshma tattvam, subtler than the subtlest. See, something that is big, brihattamatvad, Brahma is more easy to quickly conceptualize, but subtler than the subtlest, more atomic than the most subtlest atomic body. Correct? So subtler than the subtlest. Then, what is the use being subtler than subtlest? You are the sustainer of all beings. As I told you, as the Sat Chit principle, that principle which is existence and consciousness, you are the sustainer of all. Can you see now? Difference between a dhyana shloka based on Purana and the dhyana shloka that is there. This is dhyana shloka actually, present in Bhagavad Gita. Anybody is able to understand? So you are the sustainer of all. So this is making all the no settle. Very good. How many points you have now captured? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Fifth principle is sustainer of all. Next. Even though all these concepts are there, you are beyond any comprehension. You are incomprehensible. It means what? Ito vacho nibartante aprapya manasa saha. So you cannot be what? Limited to something that can be imagined by the mind. These are all the various what? Swarupa Lakshanam, it is called as, write down, it's all Swarupa Lakshanam. We are only trying to understand the nature, but you cannot, what can be grasped by the mind, which can be boxed up in a particular form or a name or a shape, yes or no? That which cannot be what? Limited to any name, form, words, cannot be boxed up in the mind. So you are what? Incomprehensible. So how to know Bhagavan? Knowing that Bhagavan is incomprehensible is knowing Bhagavan. You know that Bhagavan cannot be caught hold of by the mind. Sir, how to remember Bhagavan in the mind, with the mind? With the mind, you understand that the mind cannot understand Bhagavan. Are you understanding this? Nah. So you with the mind understand that this mind cannot. So to understand that the mind cannot comprehend Bhagavan, you need a mind or not? With your own mind, you are understanding that Bhagavan is incomprehensible. This is the way you understand Bhagavan. Clear? Huh? I hope you are understanding. Atmanand breathe. That's slightly complex, so it's not so easy, right? Next. Then all this is fine. What are you? Are you something what totally, people think of some black hole, some very powerful thing that this. You are super effulgent like the sun. So, example is sun, but you are the nature of what? Pure light. Nature means what? That means that Bhagavan is not light. It means what? That which removes darkness. That which removes ignorance. So, we have got a shloka in our 6 slokas. Tesham aditya bhajnanam prakashay tatparam. The shloka has been taken only for this. Just like the sun removes all darkness, effulgent like the sun, removing all darkness, ignorance. That means what? In your presence, there can be no confusion, no ignorance, no wrong things can be done. So that is the principle, effulgent like the sun. Easy to remember or not? You should not see the sun, but should know sun's power, right? When sun comes, what happens? Immediately entire earth is lit up. Yes or no? So like that, you are effulgent like the sun. And that is why the last thing is you are beyond ignorance. So that principle which is beyond ignorance of the nature of knowledge, jnanam, gneyam. So the sloka we are chanting, right? So all the slokas that are chanting are also almost connected to what you are doing here. Okay. So you are nature of pure knowledge. So the sun, the effulgent like the sun shows the aspect that is beyond darkness, and that you are the true nature beyond ignorance, which is pure jnanam. These are the, how many things are there now? Write down. You are omniscient, you are ageless, ruler of all, subtler than the subtlest atomic principle, sustainer of all entities, incomprehensible, effulgent like the sun and beyond darkness. So There are 8 principles in the 8th chapter. Clear? Now, so easy now. 8th chapter, Bhagavan has told the 8, what? Write down Swarupa Lakshanam of Ishvara Tattvam, which should be remembered daily while doing dhyanam. So sit down for 3-4 minutes. This is a dhyanam you can do before getting jnanam. After getting jnanam or knowledge, can use Upanishad mantras and think about Supreme beyond even this. Right now, it is Saguna Brahmam. Why Saguna Brahmam? Because you are the ruler of all. Karmadhyakshaha, sustainer of all. Brahman, pure conscience, cannot be attached to all this. Oh, Swarupa Lakshanam. Then beyond what? Ignorance. Effulgent like sun. All this Hagunam. Some qualities are involved. So what is really Supreme Brahman? Nasattannasa duchyate. Last class we chanted, no? It is neither existence nor non-existence. It is neither knowledge nor ignorance. So that is more difficult. So at least the first step, you understand that Bhagavan is beyond ignorance, pure knowledge. Clear so far? Only thing is, cannot be incomprehensible one aspect, so that you don't totally disconnect from the supreme principle. So now you understand the 8 things, right? If you understand Bhagavan and practice this kind of dhyanam every day, Abhyasa Yoga Yuktena. Somewhere you heard, no? Where you heard Abhyasa Yoga Yuktena? Somewhere. Huh? Where? Shloka number 8. First one. To do this constant, along with all your ordained duties, there's something more to be done. So one is doing your ordained duties, understanding Bhagavan, meaning, and then doing dhyanam. There's something that we'll understand in the next shloka. This shloka, now we will do the Padavibhaga and Anmaya. So this is what Bhagavan told. Let's see. Number 1. Easy or not? Independent word already. Puranam. Number 2. Anushasitaram. Clear? Number 3. Are you all happy now doing? Comfortable, right? Now when you get comfort, you become very happy. Otherwise, what is this? Irritating. When you like something, it is very, enjoyable. Correct? So, Kavim Puranam Anushasitaram Anoraniyan. So, Anoraniyan. Anoho, break it into 2. Anoho Aniyam. Some you can do, because the word has to be attached to the supreme principle. So you have to get the word correctly. Anoho Aniyam Sam. 2 words. Actually, the second part of the first line, Anoraniyan Samanusmaredyaha, has got multiple words. First word is Anoho. Then Aniyam Sam. Clear? Then Anusmaredyaha. So Anusmaret plus Yaha. So there are 4 words in the second half of the first line. Clear? Anoho, Aniyam Sam, Anusmaret Yaha. So far clear? PVA team? Shall I repeat again? So Kabim, Puranam, Anushasitaram, Anoho, Aniyam Sam, Anusmaret Yaha. How many now words in the first line? Totally? 7. Not 8. 7. Clear? All of the same page? 7. Very good. Now, second line. Sarvasya Dhataram Achintya Rupam Aditya Varnam Tamasaha Parastat. No difficulty. No? 6 words. This is very simple. Only word is Dhataram Achintya Rupam should be broken. So totally 13 words in shloka number 9. Now let us look at the Anmaya. Yaha anusmaret. Where is this anusmaret? Now you have to scratch your head. Just now you did, no? Anusmaredyaha. That is broken into anusmaret plus yaha. The last two words in the first line. Yaha anusmaret. Clear? Now, yaha anusmaret. Now write 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The 8 qualities. 8 no? Swarupa Lakshanam. Kavim Puranam Anushasitaram Aniyamsam Anoho. 2 words, but 1 Swarupam. Dhataram Sarvasya. 2 words, but 1 Swarupa Lakshanam. Achintya Rupam Aditya Varnam Parastat Tamasaha. Clear? Should I repeat? Anybody? Be clear. Because if you don't understand this properly, then dhyana will not, should I repeat or not? Yes means what? That's a, should I, Ken, clear? Clear. Okay, very good. Now, when you, if you want, you can, catch up in the explanation. Okay. First, yaha, I will repeat. Okay. No, okay, right on. Yaha anusmarete. 1, 2, order. Okay. Number 3, kabim. Number 4, puranam. Number 5, anushasitaram. Number 6 and 7, right next to each other. Aniyamsam anoho. Aniyamsam anoho. Clear? Next, dhataram sarvasya. Then, achintya rupam. Aditya varnam. Parastat tamasaha. Clear? Clear or not? Clear. Atmanathan, clear. All of you on camera. Many of you not camera on. Rutvej, Maheshwari, all of you. Suddenly switch off cameras. I don't know why you want to suddenly switch off. Now, meaning yaha anusmaret. Yaha. Yaha means whosoever. So there is nothing, that only Purusha should do or only Sri should do. No differentiation. Whoever does all the daily duties properly and has moved from karma to karma yoga to upasana, yaha, whosoever, one who thinks, supply in bracket. Anusmaret means thinks. I told you the word anu. Anu means what? Smaret means thinking. Anusmaret means what? Following the clear definition as explained. Anusmaret. In bracket, you write, at the time of death, attains the Lord, daily practice you do. So, this yaha nusmarete has got 2 meanings. One, daily you have to do this practice, which will become natural at the time of death. Clear? So, for clear, yaha nusmarete, what? What should I think? I told you, as you think, so you become. As you think, so will be your destination in the time of death. You think only money, 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 then next, what is going to happen to next Janma, right? I already told you that. So, what to think? These eight things that you need to think. What are they? 1, Kavim. Kavim doesn't mean here poet. So, Kavim here means a person who is omniscient, who knows the past, present, and future. Kavim. So, later in the Vibhuti Yoga, Bhagavan also defines who is the Kavi. Kavina Mushana Kavihi. Anybody remembers? So even in this, so there the Kavi doesn't mean a poet. He didn't say Kavinam Kalidasaha. Natish, Atara Edlilla. Namagen Kaviratna Kalidasana Gotto. Kavige Aneka meaning is actually the root word of Kavi itself. One who can bring out something that is incomprehensible in words or picture. That is a Kavi. So, so Kavim here means omniscient, knowledgeable, who is Sarvagyaha. Clear? 1, 2. Puranam. Puranam doesn't mean Purana Itihasa. Puranam itself means that which is ageless from time immemorial. So, second concept is what? Ageless principle, that is never born. Anadi Anantam. That is what is what? Puranam. Hira? Kavim Puranam. The moment you start chanting Kavim, what should you remember? Person is omniscient. Puranam. Person, the supreme principle is always present. Already you can start doing dhanam. Kavim Puranam. Third, Anushasitaram. Anushasitaram means ruler of all beings. Karmadhyakshaha. Supreme Lord, under whose control everything happens. Please understand, there are many mantras dedicated to this particular concept in Upanishads. Bhayadranatustapati, bhayatapati suryaha. That means what? Because of what? The supreme principles governing nature, all other entities are scared. They will do their duties. Because of that, the sun is shining. The Vayu is moving, everybody is doing their actions because they're ordained by Bhagavan. So, ruler of all. Ruler is not only ruling all human beings and ant and all those things, and all the planet, everything, the entire universe is being controlled by the supreme principle. So, ruler of all. Clear? Huh? The power is limitless. Sarva Shaktihi. That's what ruler of all. Clear? Huh? Ishvaraha. Very good. 233. Very good. Meenakshi madam. So, Anushasitaram means what? Shasana means you all know. Constitution. Anushas, according to that, once again, Anushasana means the Supreme will do the way. One day get up, Gurarban sir, I decided to implement a new law. So, I had a dream. Next day morning, I'll get up and implement the rule for the entire country should follow. Not like that. Anusha, depending on each one's background, each one's what karma they've done, everything is governed. In Kannada, we say, no, adda diddi ella any laile. Clear? It follows, even Bhagavan's rule follows a particular process. Anushasitaram. Clear? Rule of all. Then, Aniyam sam anoho. Anoho. Than an atom. Anu means what? Anu means what? Anu means atom. Than an atom, aniyam sam. That means what? Subtler than the atom. More atomic than an atom. And a method of saying that subtler than the subtlest. For all Upanishad mantras. Anoraniyan mahato mahiyan. Atmasya janto nihito guhayam. Tamah kratuh pashyati vita shokaha. Dhatu prasadan mahimanamatmana. So when you study all the Upanishads, you will enjoy all these slokas because from such a big 10 mantras like this, Bhagavan has taken, you all cannot remember. So, aniyam sam subtler than the subtlest. Look at this mantra, what I chant right now. Anoraniyan mahato mahiyan. Subtler than the subtlest, greater than the greatest. But where is the supreme principle? Is it somewhere else? In some other planet, some other Milky Way? Atmasya janto nihito guhayam. Present. 1 to 20. Very studious. You see? That is the kind of dedication required. So, Atmasya janto atmasya. So, nihito guhayam. Secretly in the cavity of the heart of all the beings. Atmasya janto nihito janto atmasya. Asya Atma. What a beautiful mantra. Hito Guhayam. So, Aniyam Sam subtler than the subtlest. That means you cannot have a play. Where is Bhagavan? If I ask you, what should be the answer? Where Bhagavan cannot be there. Subtler than the subtlest. So, that is Aniyam Sam subtler than atom. Example is given as atom. So, for people who are very, interested in Ram Subbu, there is a rishi called Kanada. He propagated a theory of what? Nyaya Vaisheshika. Okay, Vaisheshika Vadam. The person was called Kanada because Ka Anu. So that means what? Person always thinks atoms, atoms, atoms. They are the best people. Explain how the atomic principle and the entire creation happens based on atoms. So those days only they're the great scientist, Kanadaha. So Anu, Aniyamsam Anoho. Next, Dhataram Sarvasya. Almost finishing. Okay. Dhataram. Dhataram means what? Dhata Purastadhyamuda Jahara Shakra Pravidwan Pradishaschatasraha. Dhata has got two meanings. Dhata means one who also holds and bestows. Now, write down first the meaning properly. Then, okay. So, one who holds and gives. Data means only give. Understanding? Data. Alpa prana means only giver. Dhata means Dudhau dharana poshanayoho. Sanskrit grammar. So, when you heard dha means what? Person who what? Bears and also gives. Sustainer and also giver. So, here take sustainer. Dhataram sarvasya. Sustainer of all beings. As I told you, as Sat principle. Existence principle sustains everything, including all the planets that are there, seemingly hanging in space. Clear? Huh? Then, Achintya Rupam, incomprehensible. You are of the nature of incomprehensibility. Achintyam. Hito vacho nivartante. Aditya Varnam. Aditya means you all know what? Sun. Aditya Varnam means effulgent like the sun. And finally, Parastat Tamasaha. Parastat means beyond Tamasaha, ignorance or darkness. Clear? Huh? So these are all the qualities. Let's chant this sloka once, do mananam, come back on Thursday morning and we'll understand in a lot more detail. Shri Bhagavanuvacha Kabim Puranam Anushasitaram Anoraniyan Samanusmaredyaha Sarvasya Dhataramachintya Rupam Aditya Varnam Tamasah Parastat. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. So, on Thursday morning when you sit down, let us most likely should have committed this sloka to memory. Just close the eyes and go over the words and the meaning should appear in the mind so that concept starts getting formed. Clear? Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Who is chanting today? Gita Samvatsara Vaibhavam. Kannan.
Namaskaram, Guruji. Sri Gurupyo Namaha, Krishnaya Paramatmane Namaha, Kshetra Kshetrajna Vibhage Yogaha, Trayodashodhyayaha, Yayemam Veti Purusham, Prakritim cha Gunaisaha, Sarvatha Vardhamanopi, Nasabhuyo Bijayate, Dhyayenatmani Pashyanti, Keshidatmanam Anye Shankena Yogena Karma Yogena Chapare Anye Dveva Majanantaha Shridwan Yebhya Upasate Te Pishadindrayan Yeva Vrityum Shruti Parayanaha Yavat Sanjayate Kinchid Satvam Stavara Jangamam Kshetra Kshetrajna Samyogat Tadvidhi Baradarshaba Samam Sarveshu Bhudeshu Tishtantam Parameshwaram Vinashyantam Yaf Pashyadi Sa Pashyati Samam Pashyan Hi Sarvatra Samavastidamishwaram Nahi Nasadhyatmanatmanam Tadoyati Param Gatim Prakrutyeva Chakarmani Kriyamanani Sarvasaha Yaf Pashyaditavadatmanam agartharam sapashyati. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
Very good chanting. Kannan, you improved your chanting, right? Practicing Bhagavad Gita, chanting, very nice. Your chanting has attained very good proficiency. All the shlokas are all once again reminding Samam Sarveshu Bhuteshu Tishtantam Parameshwaram. See, which particular philosophy will tell you that the Supreme is the same. One Supreme principle is present in everybody. That is Advaita Tattvam. So remember that you've done a lot of punyam to be what? Born in this kind of environment, exposed to this kind of philosophy. All that you need to know, sit down. Everything has been already explained. No need to reinvent anything. No need of new re-engineering, nothing. Study the Shastras, understand the correct meaning, put yourself on the right path. Definitely will get moksham in this life. Hira? Om Shanti 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 Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Hari Om Datsate Krishna 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 Shubhamastu Samasta Sanmangalani Bhavantyayeta Hari Om Narayana. So people who are really dedicated, make sure that you observe the Grahanam tonight between what? 1:05 and 2:25. Start early, make sure everything is followed. Okay? Narayana. And Dhanam, yes. Our Sundar Mama has told, auspicious time to do Dhanam. Make sure you do Dhanam.